What is today? Thursday. So let's.
Brian coming?
Yeah,
Let's
I don't know. We didn't hear from him, so I didn't message him actually. Beena,
Yeah.
you message Janelle, yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sue, before I go there and do a message, it is about. We always say that capital H hearing is also including capital S seeing also. So what do you see today?
what do I
Just
see today?
Yeah. Have you seen anything
Mm,
different, unusual, interesting?
odd, peculiar,
uh,
perplexing, intriguing, mystifying.
Yes.
um,
We did it yesterday, and I said, okay, I'll just leave it for tomorrow. And I completely forgot about it. Peter reminded me before the session. He said, oh, you still got it on. I said, oh, I forgot all about it. And then when the session started, I also forgot about it. And then halfway through, Beena texted me and said, oh, they haven't noticed or said anything.
like amoeba in the background there.
What's
Like
that?
neon amoeba in the background. In the
Oh,
background.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, look at my eyebrows.
You 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 trimmed them.
no.
No, it's a filter that you put on. Look at my lipstick tube. That's why. That's why we're so amused. That's why when I said intriguing, perplexing, curious, and I'm wiggling my eyebrows, it's like no. So wow, I got away with this weird, stupid eyebrows.
Oh, now that is funny. That is hysterical.
I would be there, brought it up. I said, Peter, you reminded me because I totally forgot about it when the session started. And so then I was having a hard time. I was laughing there, but silently. I was like, wow, I'm having a hard time keeping my laughing. But Robert was in a very serious part of listening, but
Oh my god. When you move, wait, now when you move, the eyebrows don't come with
exactly. And look at the lips too. It's showing, sometimes they flicker like that. No, I don't know. It's too funny. It's too
oh
funny. So,
my god, that is
yeah,
too funny.
yeah.
Funny.
We had a blast with this. I gotta show you some more of them now. It was just too hilarious.
Is that under the
It's just
reactions or the more?
no. This is under where you go to your video. Where you add to the right there the video adjustments, and when you click on the little arrow to the right of it, it says add background and add filter or something filters.
Yeah.
And then it gives you these filters that you can add, and there's all sorts of them. I'll just go through a few. Like next time Sue's getting in that space, I can go. My video is mirrored, so it puts it backwards. You see, but you see it, and it's putting it where you're supposed to be in the middle here. There we
Oh
go.
my oh
Oh,
my god.
oh.
Huh?
So, or you can, put little hearts on you. Like, see, I thought this one's kind of cool because I can just leave it there, and then when I need it, I can just kind of slide down a little bit. This is my favorite of all of them.
Oh
Yeah,
god. Oh my god. You look like a
late night. Yeah, the doctor of rock and roll.
yeah.
I, I quite like this one. I must say, I enjoy it. So anyway, a lot of them are just silly, but this came from we were watching the videos. The guy who left his on the Zoom in court. He left the thing on.
The
So
cat on. Yeah.
the cat, and that's a different set of filters. I don't have that particular one here, but
Oh,
The
so
oh
Snapchat.
my god. Look at Zorro. Zorro.
Yeah.
there you go, there
Like
you go, there you
Jewish
go. Yeah.
rabbi there.
This one is for when Josla comes on. Hello, salam, monsieur. Bonsoir.
They both and magnifique.
Exactly. So anyway,
Uh,
so they have some fun stuff. It's still new, so you
Oh,
can
that
do others. Like if you don't have a green screen, These are just lights, but I think some of them were like you could be inside the TV talking, So
Yeah.
yeah, there's
So,
just some fun stuff to play around with. So
okay.
That's
anyway,
too funny.
It,
And I never saw the background that you have on now. It looks like a neon amoeba or something. I've never seen those.
yeah, I don't know. It's just capital H hearing.
Hmm.
I
mm,
know it's ineffable. It's ineffable moreness that's encompassing, but you can't precisely say what it is. So I don't know.
Hmm.
uh,
So to get these, sorry, Bina, just real quick, there's also a little button there that says Studio Effects Beta, and that has the eyebrows in it. I can make them a little bit more exaggerated, which I think I might have to do since nobody's
Yeah,
noticing, Bina.
they're not noticeable until it was pointed out. But when you
Right,
started
right,
moving crazy, your eyebrows weren't coming with you. That was the funny
right,
part.
right. So I'm gonna leave these thick ones on now for Janelle or Ryan. Did you message Bina?
no, I'm doing that. And Sue, the fun is more. It will get more intense when Sil will remove these eyebrow effects, and then you
Oh
will
yeah, 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 yeah.
hit.
Now you really see the lipstick and the eyebrows
Well,
right now.
I made it more pronounced. I was deliberately leaving it to be, a little bit subtle, but now it's
Yeah.
very obvious. So,
Now leave it on
all
like
right,
that.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how how observant people are. Because again, if
For
you,
another
especially
color
if I,
lipstick.
yeah, I put the most vibrant one that they have. Yeah,
The most vibrant. Okay.
I think so. It seems to
No,
be. So,
it is more like a neon or candy type of pink,
mm.
but it has ruby and it has plum. I guess I was looking at the shades, so that was we were
Peter,
laughing
did
like
you?
crazy yesterday.
Well,
Really.
when we see that video, somebody, one of our friends, Facebook friends, sent me the video. So I'm playing it now, sharing screen with Beena. First thing Beena says, "Do they have a beauty filter?" Priceless. I added it as a comment there to the original thing. Do they have a
But
beauty filter? Ah, that's brilliant.
okay, so like because when he says that it is not on Zoom, and I said, do Zoom
Right.
have when I
Yeah.
googled that, does Zoom have filters? The second question popped up was on Google, do Zoom have beauty filters? And I read
That's just perfect.
no.
It's genius. It's just genius, But I mean, you just get the feeling that the original questioner was kind of serious about this. They really wanted that. So his filter, that full cat face, that's an Instagram thing, or it comes from elsewhere. That somehow they got it onto Zoom, and I'm assuming some nephew or niece or somebody was being naughty and mischievous there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
iPhone
yeah,
they
because
have
he was clueless.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
on
the
other.
time the eyes were falling asleep, he was asleep. Yeah.
Maybe somebody came and he had dozed off, and one of his staff came and put it on while he was dozing. Ah, that would have been too perfect. That would have been too. What I found even more amusing was the warning in the top left of that video. $500 fine or 180 days in jail for copying this video, this material. You're not allowed to copy it. It's court material. You can't copy it. There it is on the internet for everybody to see.
Oh, for God's sake.
180 days in jail. This is right at the top left hand side of the video. A million copies later. It's too funny. It's too funny. Anyway, yeah, hilarious stuff. So you messaging, Beena? You messaging?
I already did.
All
Yes.
right. All right. Good.
She's not online, so it
All
seems
right.
like both are sleeping.
Yeah, yeah. Let me check and see for Ryan. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll message him too. Too much amusement in the world. Yeah, and then the other two guys, their reactions were pretty good too on that video. I thought that one had a bit of a foppish fringe there, the guy on top of him, if you remember, right?
No.
No, and for an older guy, he had this kind of pointy fringe coming off on the side there,
Yeah, baby
like
hair.
a little too elaborately stylish.
Mhm.
All right, all right. So while we wait for them,
Look at the beauty filters here. The pinkish lipstick and eyebrows. And a very serious face. Seriously. And then he beard and a mustache on that. And these eyebrows were looking like super hilarious
Oh my.
with the mustache and
well,
beard.
yeah, but there was beard, but it's dark, but it doesn't sit well on the gray, so it comes in and out all the time. Because these are new; they haven't perfected them yet. I'm waiting for them to do the eye color. That will be fun.
Wow.
You
Beautiful.
think, it should be easy to do. So.
Mhm.
I'm intrigued sometimes. I see our mind vary so much, and I wonder if it's got to do with diet or just because the lighting is always the same, really.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know why it's different some days to others.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Would love to see
Uh,
Elizabeth Taylor. I wonder if she really had violet eyes.
I don't know. I never
Yeah,
heard that before.
she has violet. I think it's her that has
Ah,
violet eyes.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll Google it and see violet eyes. What comes up? Let's see. We were on.
Okay, I was thinking that I had colored lenses once. So it was fun. All the cousins were having, and I
Yeah.
got the purple one, and they look super cool
Yeah.
because I cannot have
Ah,
and green ones on my with my complexion. So I
yeah, yeah. But purple you can have.
that
Yeah. Very
fun,
cool.
fun because on my eyes because I have dark eyes, so that color was coming out really deep and and shiny. So it was like very it was fun, but not the actual violet color. I don't know. It has a darker ring inside.
Yeah. Yeah. It says that she actually had naturally violet eyes. Yes.
Elizabeth
Wow. Interesting. Do I give a example of it, a close up or something?
Mhm.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you there, Elizabeth? Can you hear us? Are you there?
No,
Got
but
it.
Did you see Beena shared that and Elizabeth entrusted. She replied, yes, I'm here. So perfect.
but Elizabeth Taylor's eyes. People say that who met her like in person, they say that it shows a different shade also with the reflection of the color she is wearing or other person is wearing in front of her. So
Mm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
Everything.
It makes
Like
sense. Makes
that.
sense.
yeah.
Mhm.
Do they show her eyes?
Yeah, yeah, and they show if you look up purple. I did it on my phone. That all these people with different shades of purple. Some are like
Mm.
lilac, and some are like a deep purple. Hers were more of a deeper purple from the different pictures that were shown there. But you can see
Mm.
where that reflection, especially the lighter they are, is going to whatever's going to bounce off is going to
Attention to. I never really paid attention to my eyes at all until somebody here said about the blue eyes. So I was
Mhm.
like, oh, okay. Because they're always kind of a bluish green, really. And I even made a post once. I took a picture of it and I said, what color do you think this is? Some said green, some said blue. And that wasn't too long ago. So,
You know what's
but
funny,
now they
Sheldon?
are decidedly blue.
In the beginning, your eyes were unbelievably blue, but I don't see as much blue in them now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
They were
Wow.
like just pop out at you blue.
Wow.
yes.
Wow. So, yeah, so I'm saying I don't know what makes the difference. It's really intriguing. No, I'm curious now. Since it's become a variable, why would it be a variable? That's what I want to know.
Mhm.
Yeah. If it is a diet thing, maybe it can be a nice diagnostic for oneself. A really quick, easy diagnostic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's iridology. I'm sure I don't know iridology, but I'm
Yeah, but
sure.
that's different. They're looking for all sorts of other things, and
That
it's a bit dubious, the iridology, in terms of its veracity. So,
weather makes a difference in eye color. At least for me,
oh,
yeah, it does. Is
mm,
in winters, even in Karachi's winter, my eyes are lighter.
mm. I think I had different lights then. Now I've got non-color corrective light, and I do think I had, yeah, at least some of it was color corrected light when I first started coming on to. So yeah, it could be that.
Maybe it is because of winter also. Because one of my cousin, he has in Karachi. If he lives in Karachi, he has brown eyes, hazel kind of. But when he goes into northern areas, after 2 months, his eyes are totally different. You cannot even recognize his eye color. So it changes very big time with weather and climate.
Oh.
When we started this, what, March?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's starting to be warmer then for sure. Yeah, especially out here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
maybe your eyes are becoming a bit paler uh, in some in lighter or in winters, and will get
Maybe,
darker blue in
maybe. We'll
summers.
see.
See?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm curious now. Yeah, it's one of those mysteries that I like to resolve. Gotta know stuff. I gotta know. My weird brain. What can you do? All right. I'm pulling up the
Of course.
anxiety and worry.
Okay.
Module 3, just adding in the session, the contents, and then
Message.
just adding in the background.
Okay.
No, I
Very good.
haven't had a chance to do more on it. It's going slowly. It's going slowly. That's all right. We're not in a hurry, and particularly, with the feeling and believing that just may be enough. We don't even have to bother with this, but we'll see. We'll see.
Or we can merge it together because anxiety and worries are also feelings and beliefs. So we can merge it together, make it
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Ah,
I was thinking
yeah.
about dependency and codependency and inter uh, dependency and uh, and this anxiety and worry because and I was thinking about that. So this let's see where it goes.
It's amazing how everything is related and connected. Yeah.
Of course, so how like
Very,
duh.
very. Yeah, 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 yeah. I just love it. It gives me such joy to see that connectivity. Really cool. All right, there we go. Oh,
Some
oh,
again,
kind
it is all about know your audience because in way of
yeah.
impeccability, everything is there. What we need, everyone needs their own specific words. That's why what Robin was sharing, and I asked you again that is it okay so to say that it's also a prevention because prevention is easy for her and for me also to remember to connect with.
What is the prevention?
About capital H hearing, that capital H
Mm,
hearing is not healing only, but it is also a prevention mechanism for future,
mm,
avoid
mm.
future damages or anything like that, traumas. So um, it is already mentioned in that. But what we are doing is just trying to know our audience, including our own self, and using.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely preventative. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know
Absolutely.
that I'm saying that it is already mentioned in the course. But what we do is when we say that in different words, so
Mm.
sometimes it clicks for some specific person and for ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's not a that it was something new, of course not, but it is just to change the words it make it easier.
Okay. Screen share. You see what I'm doing here? I just was copying all this across, so putting in a background so we don't have to do that individually later. Takes time.
I have
You know,
to.
I just copied the. Oh, sure, no problem. See, Beena? I just put this in. So this must go a little lighter, I think. Right?
Mhm. Ah, what's fair variation? I like this background
For
with
the
colors.
complexity. Right, because it's this one is discerning the complexity. So
Mhm.
yeah. So I just need to make it a little lighter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mhm.
There we go. All right. Okay. So I need to make the heading as well. So discerning the complexity. Yeah, I like to put these things in so that you don't end up having to repeat them all the time, right, Beena?
Say it again, please.
I was saying I'm putting in these headings and the background. That means that if I do it now, when I make a new, when I duplicate the slide, I'm duplicating the background and the heading. So that means that I don't have to go back later and do it one by one by one. See, do it in the beginning, and then you've got it done, right?
Yes.
In the else when I duplicate, that's coming with it now. You see,
Mm.
so let's do that right now. Okay, what's the payoff? What's the motivation? What is the payoff for anxiety and worry?
Attention.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Big one at time.
What else?
Not only attention, but also preference. Like people do I don't know how to say that. No, it's not a preference. The word is something else. When
Comfort.
sorry.
Comfort, in other words.
No, when people just give you attention and like it's a priority now. You have to take care of this. You have to
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Important.
yeah. Importance. Yeah. I think
importance.
Beena. Sorry, if I'm understanding you correctly, Beena, I think you are saying that attention, not as in attention that they are, saying, "Oh, you want listening to you, being heard."
Yes, and it's a priority and it's an importance, as Sue said. So
Yeah.
due to some sort of guilt, we have some sort of lack of confidence. We feel that by just being worried about something, um, we will be perceived as a good, caring person, good person, and that is the mechanism we use for our own healing. It's a false way of doing this, but this is how people they try
Yeah.
to comfort themselves by doing so.
Perception of caring, stress release.
Yes.
What else?
Like eliminating, trying to eliminate guilt. They have been careless. I say about myself, not for anyone else, but when we are not being impeccable in some situation, when we are a bit careless, ignorant, and then we feel that, oh my God, I could do better in that situation. I was not there. I was not available, and whatever it is. And then now something else comes up, and I say, oh my God, this is the time. I need to be. So I do extra, and this extra is being worried about, caring, and all the anxiety and all that. And I'm very careful, and I'm really caring, not careful. I'm caring, and I'm loving, and I'm responsible, and I'm investing in my energy and time there. So it's a kind of my own way of eliminating dealing with my guilt.
Yeah, yeah. It's an attempted guilt elimination, in other words. Yeah, very cool, Beena.
Quite
What
satisfying.
else? What
Hmm.
else? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So attention, importance, and elimination of guilt. Also, oh yes, it's a very very sophisticated mechanism to just not only show others that I'm caring and I'm concerned, but also by being worried, I'm also avoiding responsibility. So it's a kind of a situation.
Yeah. Keep going. What else? Sue, what else? What's the payoff? What's the motivation?
Sue is mute.
Sorry, I got distracted. The dog was doing something. Sorry. What else is the payoff?
Yeah, all good.
Mm,
Yeah, just what's the payoff and the motivation for worrying and anxiety?
it makes you think you're a better person. Um,
Yeah,
you know, it's a false sense of being a better person,
yeah,
but you think you are because you're worrying
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
something. Mhm,
Superiority.
Hmm? Passive control.
mhm.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Hmm. Do you have any other words for passive controlling?
Uh, well, that's good. Passive control is better. It's fantastic. I want to use that specifically.
Okay.
And again, we don't have to. We can have synonyms for attention or comfort or whatever. We want as much here as possible. Hmm. Picturing, just I'm immersing in picturing people in that anxious and worried state.
Mhm.
You can picture me in some situation.
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no.
for loneliness. It's a cover for sometimes loneliness or
Yeah, yeah,
ba-
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
uh,
Filling in for loneliness,
yeah.
uh, or loneliness replacement.
Or connectedness. Of course, the same thing. In other words. Yeah.
Ah,
I'll put connectedness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brainstorming now, so we can come back and tweak the stuff later. But right now, it's just gold. It's gold. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Keep going.
Um, um, it's a false sense of concentration. Some,
Wow, 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 wow. I'll just put concentration. That's a payoff. It is. It is concentration. It's not necessarily false. It does concentrate people on the problem, but it does help you concentrate. It is inappropriate concentration, but the concentration itself is real. So that's a real payoff, and it's a good motivation. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
or that someone is uh, observing or paying attention or recognizing something, but it's hyper recognition, hyper
Yeah,
observation. Sometimes it throws them down that path. You know,
but that's a real benefit. Problem recognition is a real benefit.
yeah. Or sometimes too, just to be part of something else. Well, that's connection. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's a different thing. That is uh, being a part of something is community.
Yeah. There you go.
It's connection too, but it's community. Being a part of something.
Look at all the conspiracy theory people and the QAnon.
yeah,
they're in hyper worry and anxiety mode, and they just hang with
yeah,
people who want to reinforce that.
yeah, yeah. Uh, Doing good. That's a payoff. That's a motivation.
Hmm.
Yeah. We don't
Hmm.
care if these are valid or not. It is, it's irrelevant. It's the to we are paying attention here to what is the payoff and the motivation. So this is useful. We'll come later on and we'll start to dissect these. But
Yeah.
when you sort of look through them, you realize this, and you say, oh, wow! It's this whole long list is massive.
Even the general outside overview is a feeling. So people think that they're then feeling something. Then maybe the
Yeah,
people struggle with actual um,
yeah.
Mm.
feeling, or trying to think.
Just feeling something.
Yeah, feeling something. Yeah, they could.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, they're just dead inside. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Very cool,
Yeah,
very cool. Keep going, keep going.
absolutely. And avoiding responsibility and incompetency by getting sympathy.
Getting so because we already have some sympathy, and you said avoiding consequence. Did you say
No, it is just to avoid to make your incompetency obvious for others.
avoiding incompetence? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah, yeah.
wow, B. That's a
So it's not just avoiding; it's avoiding the exposure of competence.
oh,
So of
wow.
incompetence. Yeah, yeah. So
Wait, wait till people
avoiding
recognize.
incompetence exposure, avoiding incompetence exposure. Yeah, yeah. Very cool, Beena.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait till,
keep going,
yeah.
keep going,
That's an
keep
awful
going.
truth for some people, and a big that'd be an awful truth.
Avoiding the awful truth.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, that
Just avoiding
false.
awful truth.
Well, I can say in a false sense of concern. Uh, but
Well, concern expression.
yeah, yeah.
That's a real payoff. That's a real payoff. I'm expressing my concern.
Mm-hmm.
It's a legitimate one, so to a certain extent. Many of these are legitimate. It's the method that you use to get this which is not legitimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say that. So but I want to keep going though because there's so much more here still. So yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Let's see.
Kind of an insurance too,
Mm.
right?
Um,
It's an insurance that if it happens, see, I told you so.
yeah. Validity. Yeah, yeah. Insurance or validation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. If it comes true, yes. Hmm.
All right, all right. And then you can say, "Oh, I was right." It's harder to predict positive things,
Hmm.
but you've got an out. If you predict something negative and it doesn't happen, well, I was just being careful, yeah, but being right.
Hmm.
It's easy to predict negative things, or something's always going to go wrong. So it's easy to end up saying, "Oh, you see, I told you so. I was
Hmm.
right." Yeah. Well, let's put in ego in there too.
Hmm.
Uh, what about low energy?
Sure.
What's a payoff? Bina?
Yeah. It also sometimes gets you out of doing things. Oh, she's
Um,
afraid. Oh, she's full of anxiety. Oh, don't bother her.
um,
It gets them out of doing.
yeah, 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 yeah. Laziness.
There you go.
Ah, Cheryl's coming up. All right.
Yeah, yeah, she's excited. I can't. I really am looking
Wow, wow.
forward to. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Beena,
Yes,
I want to hear more. Want to hear more.
I'm thinking about this. That this laziness is the kind of a different thing, because which is very appropriately said to, but it not in that context for me, that just leave her, because this was that she was avoiding that incompetency, but being lazy is a big payoff for that. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't have to deal with anything. So it is just very personal for me, I guess. So this is really interesting that sometimes people can be lazy also. I'm thinking about one more thing, but it is not actually getting out in words. It was an emotional blackmailing. I don't know, but let me rephrase it. I'm trying to. It's a part of emotional blackmailing that if, okay, if you, because it's a kind of, okay, I'm babbling just to get clarity. So don't mind me. Yeah, because if they want to, it's a control part of controlling, that they want this thing to be addressed first. So they kind of emotionally blackmail others to,
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Inappropriate cueing. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. For
this emotional
that
blackmailing is,
they're important. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, hmm,
Well, I know it's inappropriate, but we're saying for them, what's the
Hmm.
payoff and the motivation, right?
Yeah, so, yes, you use your words appropriately. So we are just sharing that what can be.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
It's
hmm.
really, really powerful stuff here.
Yeah.
Keep going. This is also very instructive as an exercise. Whenever you say keep going, keep going. I when we're at 2 or 3 sentences, I'm like, ow, that's about it. But I always
Hmm.
know there's more. Your brain believes there's, but then you say, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. So yeah, keep going. I do feel this.
Still okay.
All of it yet? I don't know.
I'm read.
Bonding.
What was that? Not no
Right.
one
I mean,
else.
when look there, Beena, bonding. We didn't mention bonding here anyway. Yeah. Okay,
Connectedness.
we said connectivity, but say again.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, that we have connectivity and
What?
was you
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah. But connectedness is different to bonding. When there's two gossips or two, well, okay, gossiping too. Disguised gossip. Did I put that in here?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Uh, but bonding is different to connecting. When two worry pots are worrying
Hmm.
together, it's a bonding,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That misery loves company type of a thing.
right?
Mm,
Exactly.
mhm.
Mhm.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Um,
In other words, okay, we have already said that, but shifting of focus again, this thing that okay, uh, just to give priority to this thing, and also don't pay attention to my other nonsense, and just focus on that. So highlighting my goodness. Okay, in other words, let me. Hmm,
distraction from the real issue is the
exactly.
yeah.
distracting from the core issue at hand.
Yeah, by highlighting my concerns and care.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Avoiding.
I'll
Yeah.
just say real stuff because
Yeah.
it's not just their issues. It's also, you're worrying about. things, and you don't want to pay attention to the real thing, which is okay. You anxious and worried about the politics. The real issue is you need to go and do something about it.
Exactly.
Write to
You're
whatever.
not worried about it. Do something about it. Exactly.
Exactly. It's
The worry
avoidance of
and
doing.
anxiety is only going to add to the
Right.
problem. It's
Right.
not in
Right.
any way going to correct it. Sure.
Well, let's put that there. Of actual doing. Yeah, when you're worried, oh, I've done enough. You see, I've done my part. I'm worried. I've pointed out how terrible it's going to be. It is also preparation, right?
Hmm.
If you're now all worried and then it happens, you're prepared. If it doesn't, well, it gets better. So,
Yes, 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 yes.
yeah, yeah,
And it was partially mentioned in the self-fulfilling prophecy, all that. So, but yes,
exactly,
to
exactly,
be real, exactly, always good.
exactly. It's incredible. All the payoffs for it. Cleverness. Yeah, makes them
Mm,
feel clever.
yeah. An odd sense of hierarchy.
Yeah, I've got superiority in there, but okay, hierarchy. We'll put that into. Very
Um,
cool. Very cool. Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm superior. I know better, because I can see it. So
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
worry. My worry is because I'm intelligent. You know.
Right. That cleverness. Exactly. I
Hmm.
can see things. I know stuff. I'm
Hmm.
telling you.
Hmm.
There we go. Telling others.
Yeah, telling others, again, they think they're intuitive too sometimes, that that's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. 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 Uh,
Let me think.
I don't want to say belief in intuition because I don't want to disparage intuition necessarily. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So prescience or perceived.
Hmm. Yeah, they think they have strong perception. It's a false sense of a strong perception
Right.
and
Right.
falling
Right.
into.
But it's the payoff for them is that
Hmm.
others perceive that they have prescience.
Yeah, yeah, that they have
Yeah. Predictive.
insights. They have insight.
Okay.
Right. Insightful. Yeah.
I was I was struggling to say that, and I was just it was keep getting out of my mind. Emotional release. This is
Yes.
when they have emotional stuff built up inside. They just look for something,
Venting.
get released. And, oh, I'm
Yeah.
worried. I'm
Emotional release. Venting. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, not venting itself. Okay, venting is when they just show that, but just
Right.
be that
Right.
emotion.
Both. Both.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a release also.
Hmm.
Yeah. 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 When they actually express the worry and the anxiety, does it make it not quite so bad?
Yeah. Um, Sometimes I think sometimes it diminishes their concerns as a payoff. But there's a flip side of that where it's just
It
promoting,
aggravates.
encourage,
Yeah, yeah,
aggravate.
yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I mean, we can do. I don't know if we have it in the next one or not, but at some point we can go and say, okay, these are the motivations and the payoffs. What are the real ones? What are the false ones? What are
Yeah.
the detriments? Okay, so we can do. The next one would be okay. The payoffs and the motivations, detriments. So then we can repeat much of this where we can
Mhm.
say, oh, you know what, the payoff, the perceived payoff is actually a detriment.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of these in some way are. So
Yeah.
I was saying, yeah, venting, sometimes it is a venting, Beena. But yeah, mostly it's just that emotional release, but also reducing terror and fear. In their heads, they are so terrified and afraid, but when they actually sit and worry about it, it reduces it somewhat. It makes it managing. Yeah. Reducing, it's managing terror and fear rather than reducing it. Yeah.
Mm. But
I'll
it
put
also
both.
emphasizes it. I mean,
Correct. Correct. And that's the magic of this list here. That you realize, oh, is this worth it? And we'll say that, in our remedy situation.
hmm
Is it worth it? Really think about it. So
hmm
keep going, keep going, keep going. That managing fear is quite a big one, really. But again, they exacerbate it too. They train
hmm
the brain to see it. Yeah. These are all, when we say, yeah, managing payoff, what's the payoff motivation? The implication is what's the perceived or believed payoff, right? And the motivation, right? Yes, Beena?
Yeah.
Beena? Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, and also that way of practicing to deal with overwhelmed stuff,
What stuff?
overwhelmed situations, and
Dealing with overwhelm. See, that's a potent one. And right there, look how long it took us to come to overwhelm. That's like, man, stress and worry is exactly that. It's dealing with overwhelm.
hmm But do they?
Yeah.
Something just slipped out of my head. Overwhelm.
Do they?
Oh, is it a perceived payoff that they think that their worry is going to get them resolution?
Yes, yes, yes. Believed resolution or perceived resolution or attempted.
Attempt or a path to resolution, they think might be a
Yeah.
path.
yes,
Oh,
and
it's an
also
attempted
If
path
I
to
worry enough,
resolution.
I'll figure this out, kind of.
Right, right, right.
Uh,
and also it is to avoid asking for help and just creating a situation to get help from
yeah,
outside,
attention. Yeah.
because
That's a
asking for
very
help
powerful
becomes a
one.
big deal.
Yeah, and it's also a cry for help,
Mhm.
But
right?
because it is ego, so they don't ask for help
Yeah,
directly.
yeah,
Instead, they say,
yeah,
"I'm
yeah, yeah. It's asking without asking,
Mhm.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is a cry for help.
And
yes."
yeah. Um,
Wow, 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 wow. It's manipulation too.
mhm.
Oh yes. Oh, all previous ones are manipulation. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it's so fascinating when one just keeps going. How much more comes? I just boggles my mind. So keep going, keep going.
Still,
Yeah.
Is that horse again?
Chestnut, that's its name. No, it's a dark horse. It's black, so I don't know what would a black horse be called. Midnight. There we go. Midnight. Yeah, yeah. Let's have to go take care of Midnight real quick.
Uh,
I still, if I have a dog, I'm calling it Fido.
Fido. That's an old name. Fido used to be a
Have
very
you ever met a dog called Fido?
uh no,
In
but
the
yes,
comics, yes.
in the comic,
It's the comic, right?
cartoon
It
comic.
Right. It's all the dogs are always called Fido, but I've never ever actually seen a Meta Fido. So,
Ratified.
so it would actually be an original name. Yeah,
A real name, not
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
cartoon name.
yeah, yeah.
A used name.
I want to put in here as a payoff habit. It seems peculiar, but it's in this context. It sort of makes you think. How is that a payoff? How is that a motivation? Well, it's that comfort. You just do it because you don't know any better. And it's you don't have to think of something new, which I put in there somewhere earlier, avoidance of creativity. So, all right, it's not technically a direct one, but it does get the brain thinking a little bit.
Hmm.
Right, it's that comfort, the familiarity.
Hmm.
That's a big payoff. Yeah. What about righteousness? That's a big part of worry and anxiety.
I think
Yeah.
they're big differences. I guess, yeah, in
Yeah.
some instances, yeah, it's, like from a
It's
pro.
disguised judgment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You can easily, you worrying about somebody being, I'm worrying about the girl getting pregnant, which is like, I'm thinking of my mother talking to a friend or whatever. But they're judging the girl for potentially getting pregnant,
Hmm.
out of wedlock and all the stuff. Yeah, a teenager or whatever. So
Mm.
they have no way of knowing what she's up to. But if I say, oh, I'm worried about my friend's daughter getting pregnant, or your daughter sleeping around, or their daughter, you see what I mean? Implication. Yeah, yeah. Leveraged implication.
Mm.
Innuendo.
Mm. Oh, that's a big one. Because how many
Yeah.
times people will play that worry card when it's really all about implying something to someone else that,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
oh,
I mean, it's a way of gossiping. It's
yeah,
disguised gossip.
yeah.
Right. We said gossip already in here somewhere. Yeah, disguised gossip. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, geez, I'm worried about your daughter with the drugs and the this and the
yeah.
that.
Why? Exactly. But what are you talking about? My daughter's a really good girl. She's not doing any drugs. Yeah, but she's a teenager. I know, but she's a really good teenager. Yeah, but you know how they are at that age. You may have been that way. Your daughters are that way, but you're trying to say I'm a crap parent in an indirect way. No, I'm a good parent. My daughter's a good girl. They're none of that. But see, I have to say this out there. How many people are able to articulate the way I did and call it for what it is without, putting it on them, to articulate. So it's very good. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose, yeah, teenagers,
Yeah, why she
dominance, hierarchy,
yeah,
manipulation.
exactly, that's the hierarchy. 'Cause while she's implying that on the neighbor or the relative, it's probably in their own backyard. Uh,
Exactly, exactly. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. Um, it's not a direct payoff, but it's awareness of
Mhm.
self problems, prob problems via opposite.
Yeah, it's
That's
interesting.
a that's a
They're so worried about someone else, or they have this,
yeah.
uh, you know, they're adamant about a subject matter. It's usually really about them, not
Oh, it's
about.
always about them. It's always about them. It's philosophy of opposite in action. It's too amazing. But I mean, we put awareness of self problems via opposite. What the hell? How is that a benefit? Somebody reading this? Oh, yeah. The stuff I'm worrying about is actually about me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a benefit. It's an actual real benefit as opposed to a lot of the bogus benefits, right? If you just get into that mode when you start to express all your worry, actually hear it as applying to yourself. Wow! Suddenly you've got this fountain of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily easily be able to access. It's fantastic.
Hmm. Yeah.
So that's a very real benefit. That's a really potent benefit.
Mhm.
Wow, wow. Are you guys not impressed at what we just did here?
Oh yeah, sure. Just so
Beena?
happy. No, it's
I'm
cool.
just fascinated at this process, and all I did was keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah,
Mhm. No, it's very interesting.
yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and I still feel there's a little more. And that's the other thing. To pay attention to the inner feeling of, is there still a bit more? It's less now than earlier, right? Even though intellectually, in line three already, I thought, wow, that's a lot already. But then I felt there was a big pressure that there's a lot more. And that's been shrinking. I feel there's a little more, one or two things that's maybe still missing. But we're close now. Just two, three, maybe four. So few more things. It's not those subtle ones that are a little less obvious. So think of when people worry, Bina, as opposed to yourself, because I know you've been using yourself as a bit of a model, right?
Yes. It's better. And it's the
Oh,
most
it's
easy.
oh, it's the most potent, absolutely. But sometimes others do things for reasons that you would never imagine. So,
Trying to think too, like on a corporate level, or people at work when they are full of worry and anxiety about the business. What's the payoff there? That
well, imagining the worst case scenario, which I think we put up there already, right?
Yeah,
And that is an actual real positive. You need to do that in business to look
yeah,
at the worst case scenario. Absolutely, yeah. And also you can't afford to not. Well, it's not worry. Again, they do it in a worry form, but if you do it appropriately and positively, then you are it's just risk assessment. Right? Let's put that in risk assessment, right?
yeah,
That,
yeah.
that is a payoff.
The
Again,
valid
again,
concern.
don't only do this. Sorry, Sue, say again.
Just say that makes it a valid concern, a valid worry. Um,
Right, exactly,
ability
exactly,
to
exactly. Right,
divert from, is
right,
something to watch out
right,
for.
right.
Um,
Tapping your inner child.
Say that again, B.
Tapping your inner child.
Tapping your inner child.
Yeah. Comforting your inner child.
Oh, comforting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Because we feel that oh, my parents or my mother or my father were not available. They were not really concerned about me, what I have been going through. Now it's me. I have to be really caring, concerning, and do all these things and being worried about paying attention and all these things. What we are doing is we are actually comforting our inner child.
hmm. Yeah, that's a couple levels down. Yeah.
That's huge, Bina. That's huge. That's huge. Because that stuff is from your inner child that never got any chance to express it sometimes. And now it's starting to get out. It's self pacification and a kind of a self care. Yes?
Pacifying. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah, yeah,
pacifying with your child. Yeah. Very cool.
yeah, yeah. Very, very cool. That's a huge one. See, I knew there was more. I was using them more. I'll be back in 1 second.
Um, Let me think here. Mm, Is the payoff for the need to be loved? Um, let's
Yeah. Need
see.
to be loved.
Yeah.
See, people don't actually love you when you uh, really get worried and trapped into anxiety stuff. But attention, yes, I
Yeah.
feel the love again. It's that inner child
Mm-hmm.
is just craving for that, and you are just trying to become your parent and paying attention to everything, like filling the void inside you
Mm-hmm.
by pacifying your inner child.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
love, I think let me think about it more because I feel that who love people, someone really do when they are all anxious and worried.
Um, unless you see that as someone who needs to be loved,
Hmm.
uh, because that's all they do. Like I think about my mother. You know, she is like the biggest freaking worry wart on the planet. You know, and I think it really is her worry is really wanting to be loved uh, through attention, through being noticed. But I think
Hmm.
there must be a deeper component of uh, wanting to be loved.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It's a need for love. It's
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
getting sympathy, um,
Because I don't
uh,
know if I got a real
extracting
taste
or getting self pity.
of stuff, but
What's
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I said I don't know if my mother got a real taste of love. I mean, based on my perspective and what I know.
This
Yeah,
is what I'm feeling that the payoff is not there. Love is not there. Sympathy, yes, big time. Attention, yes, big time. Inner child satisfaction, sort of, yes. Uh, Connectedness, yes. Bond,
Un-
yes. But
unresolved love.
uh,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there you
Yes,
go. There,
yes,
there you
yeah.
go.
Very good, Sue. Very good, Sue. Very good, Sue. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that's what Beena was saying too, like with your mom. She's actually getting people to actually hear her when she worries like that. Actually listen to her.
Oh,
Right?
please. Yeah. Yeah.
What else does she have to say?
But yeah, you're asking? What?
Yeah, yeah, I'm asking. What else does your mother actually have to say besides worrying?
Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. So it's contribution,
Yeah, she's
valuable
like,
contribution.
yeah. So we call her the uh
Oh, yes.
station, the radio
Oh,
You call her what?
uh, 101 I'm crazy or something like a radio station where she just
Right,
it's like turning a dial. You call her
right,
and she just worries about everything, tells you what's going on, you know, blah, blah. You can't get a word in edgewise.
right,
It
right.
is it's like a broadcaster, the
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
share, the need to vent, the need to whatever. But
right,
you can't have a conversation. It's a
right,
one
right.
way
So,
conversation.
conversation avoidance. She doesn't want to have conversations. She can't
does
deal
she
with all
have?
the stuff that you come up. Oh, yeah, you come with that woo woo stuff again or whatever. She has no interest in getting into conversation, right?
So,
Yeah,
Nothing to say, nothing to contribute.
exactly, exactly,
Grown up.
exactly. So it's conversation avoidance, emptiness avoidance.
Yeah.
mhm.
I call it aversion, emptiness aversion. Because we've got avoidance for conversation, emptiness aversion. I feel a little bit of this is pertinent and relevant with Bernadette as well,
Mhm,
right? It's
mhm.
it's something that is convenient, yeah, convenience.
Yeah. Um, mhm. Yeah, because that's all
I
she
mean, she
knows.
has stuff to talk about, but
Yeah.
she's not confident that she has. So the worrying, it's a conversation filler as well, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
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 absolutely. There you go. Conversation that fits her more.
yeah.
It's a conversation.
Awkward silence filler. Let's call it that.
Mhm. I mean, she's
Because
had
we
some.
already got conversation avoidance.
Yeah, she's
She's
had
what?
things to say for sure. But
Right, but she's not confident that she has. Right?
mhm,
She doesn't feel she can bring it herself on demand. It comes about from the conversation, but she can't lead a conversation. She can follow a conversation, she can respond to a conversation, but not initiate one. Not always, unless she's got something on her mind. Yeah.
yeah,
But when
she,
that runs out, yeah, yeah.
I think
Ah,
she was
ah,
taught with her father at the
ah,
table.
ah.
It was always about asking questions at the dinner table. It was a very interactive. So she does know how to start a conversation. Um,
Yeah, yeah, but not necessarily to hold it forever. Because I'll bet you anything ahead of time, if she comes to a dinner party, she's thinking of the stuff that she's going to be talking about, but she's worried that it might not be enough.
mm,
And then the worry stuff, it's always a backstop, it's always a filler. Yeah.
mhm,
And it's also bringing the unknown into light,
mm, mhm,
into the known.
mm, mhm,
That's a big deal with the worry, because this is what people worry about for the most. When every more I worry, I'm shedding light on something that's an unknown. Now it's a known. Now I know it's there. I can deal with it. I can identify it. So it's identifying potential problems or fears, right?
mhm.
Okay. So it's an inadvertent confession of
Oh,
inability.
wow,
Very good.
wow, I like that. Well, just confession. We can put the inadvertent in brackets actually.
Yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
I did what I have to say. You are not getting it, but okay, I did
What's
my
that?
like. It's a very satisfactory thing that I just
Yeah,
confess that I'm not able, not in a direct way. So good.
yeah. Can we say prevention here somewhere?
In a roundabout way, we didn't specifically say prevention.
I thought I typed it somewhere. Oh, it's right in the beginning somewhere. It's definitely preventative. Preventative measures, yeah.
Hmm.
All right, prevention. I'll just say prevention. I think there's kind of a superstition in a way of too, that if you call it out, it's sort of you're preventing it from happening because it's like you say, oh, lion in the bush, I see you. All right, the jig is up.
Hmm. Yeah, avoiding that self-fulfilling prophecy in a sense.
Right.
Yeah. Mm,
If you bring it into the light, you can deal with it. If it's unknown, you can't deal with it. Yeah.
mm,
It's preparation. Did we say preparation somewhere? Preparedness. Yeah. Preparedness. Yeah.
Yeah, it is there because we said that focusing attention, trying to get attention and priority on this particular topic or situation.
um,
Hmm. I guess that it's enough to curse worried people still. I can feel the pain. I can feel.
you just threw him over the edge. We might as well, might as well hand him a cliff with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
after
God, those eyebrows, they are so bold that every time you move, they're they're up on your forehead. They're down. Oh my God.
Right. Uh,
so
I was just looking at my mug here, worried that I might leave lipstick on the edge.
Fluffy.
always leave the mark. Yeah. Okay. So I was just saying that after reading this whole long list of not so pleasant payoffs by being worried or anxious about anything, I might feel like, come on, what you guys want me to jump off the cliff or what?
Yes, exactly. Oh. One last one to add in there,
Oh yes.
etc.
That
Gotta add in, etc.
It's always
etc.
oh, etc. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you stop
etc.
recording for Robin because my thing says
Yeah,
3 hours.
yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
it should.
that's just from when I've been on. Like that just
Oh,
says how long this Zoom has been
uh,
on, not this particular Zoom, the recording. But I did
or,
and started again. Yeah, I
uh,
did. I did. So Beena and I have been on for 5 hours and 23.
mm, my God. Yeah.
Et cetera. We'll spell out etc. People forget etc. is an abbreviation.
Like that and bold. Bold it. Yeah.
Come on, etc. There we go, etc. I think we need two of these, etc.
That's right. But
Etc.
great.
Dot
Etc.
dot dot
Etc. Great.
dot dot dot. You're doomed. You're doomed. You're doomed, boy. Yeah, yeah. I'm wondering if I should leave it all on one page like this or split it up now.
Now it's probably freaking huge.
Well, that's the point. Uh, this is
You're not sharing anymore. You
oh
realize
yeah.
that?
I start sharing, but then when it drops and it comes back, it kicks us out of sharing. It doesn't. It keeps the recording going, but it doesn't keep the
Holy
sharing going.
Jesus. Oh my God. I'm gonna
Look at
slip over.
that, Peanut.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
when they will read or whoever going to read, they will feel that they are circled and or actually gathered by
Yeah.
uh, I don't know, more than 2 dozen dwarfs or so what, like
If
You
you
go.
answered to more than 6 of the above, you are technically
Right. Yes.
dire. Continue
Yeah.
on with this course. Yeah.
Yeah. More than one line of it, even. Yeah, or
E-
two
e-
lines of it. Yeah.
Exactly. If you chose more than one of the above,
Yeah. Yeah.
please
at
Uh,
continue on with the course.
Right.
minutes
Right.
they will
I mean, the task here is going to be the thing. The task is,
Can
or
you
at least the
imagine?
awareness.
There is no takeaway on this sucker.
Right.
Yes, I should say that. The repeat back is just reading all that. You couldn't possibly. It's so
Right.
massive.
You can't exactly. But this
Yeah.
is the point. It's the point. This is why you do it because you feel overwhelmed and you don't know what else to do better. So the payoff of the motivation, it's you doing something. I've got it in there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, the task is which one of these puppies,
Right.
uh,
Right. Right.
that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to elaborate about this. Right.
Yeah.
Convenient excuses to avoid excess stress and pressure. So that's exactly, we've really pointed it out there what they're doing, and now we're gonna just elaborate on this a little bit. So uh, I don't need this particular. Well, I can just do this.
size they might be doing.
Correct. Exactly. Right. There we go. There we go. Much better. I suppose we can make one line. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So after all that, I'm a little on empty here. Oh, I don't need this. In terms of just a commentary that. All right. All right. All right. As we've seen from the previous slide,
Mhm. As you see from the previous slide, and you picked yourself up off the floor. Yeah. Put the gun down. Yeah. Because there is resolution. Yeah.
Mixing up the stress and anxiety and so on. So just to keep it interesting.
Mhm.
As we've seen from the previous slide, where a few of the payoffs
Yeah,
and
I would
motivations for
have
anxiety and what's
quotes,
that?
quotes, because that's like a joke.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I,
Well, I'm leaving it there. I don't even want to. I'm not even going to draw attention to putting it in quotes. What do you mean a few? Well, you can think of more of those. You probably know more. So okay, some for you to worry about. Just being a bit naughty.
audience, you.
Yeah, yeah. A few of the payoffs and motivations for anxiety and worry are mentioned. We easily see how much of our stress and worry is simply a convenient mechanism to avoid anxiety and pressure. Yeah.
We can easily see.
Wait one sec. Worry or we can easily see. No, I want to say we easily see.
Mm, okay.
Specifically avoided can. All right.
Okay.
So the person who's reading this thing, uh,
Oh, yeah.
others see this easily. I don't. If I say can, well, it's a theoretical possibility. Oh, it doesn't apply to me. I'm a warrior. No, we easily see. Oh, I didn't see it so easily. I better go back and see it easily. See?
Okay.
So it's a very, very specific little bit of deliberate manipulation there to say, no, you need to see it easily because if you're not seeing it easily, you're stuck in your bubble. Get out of the damn bubble. And
Mm-hmm.
we've also made this, it's convenient in inverted commas excuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So then we can elaborate on this. Preceding comprehensive list, overwhelming list, thorough list, just list.
Proceeding.
But as is obvious,
Comprehend.
we believe these are convenient, but as is obvious from the preceding list, not really, not at all. The price is obviously very, very heavy, even though we don't realize it as yet. No, just say we don't realize it. Never mind it as yet.
Nothing is coming onto the page that we see.
It's probably busy disconnecting, so it's just frozen now. So it'll come back in a moment. We believe these are convenient, but as is obvious from, I'm going to make that a sentence. We believe these are, emphasize belief. Yeah, it will come back in a moment. We believe these are convenient, but as is obvious from the preceding list, not really. Not at all. The price is obviously very, very heavy, even though we haven't realized it. Before now. I want to leverage this that, hey, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you see the wasteness, the foolishness? Why you do this? Yeah. So, okay. Convenient excuses. Wow, you still guys still don't see anything?
Nope. Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Up
gonna
at the
drop in.
bottom, I think on your bolded convenient excuses, stress and pressure, I think you're missing the inverted comma for the quote on after. I can't, something's hiding it, but I think when you moved it,
No, 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 no. It's the whole thing is not a quote. Convenient is the quote.
oh, just convenient. Oh, I see that
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You see, yeah, yeah. So there's nothing at the end of that. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's coming over.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, it'll come in a moment. It does that. It decides to drop, and then it takes a while to drop, and then it comes, and then it just the picture freezes really. So
Hmm.
let me switch off Facebook. Come on, it signed me out, but I don't want to sign in because that interrupts the screen share. Can you see now?
There's more there, but I don't know if it's all of it. It ends with before now. Is that the end of it?
No, that's the end of it. Before now, yeah, yeah. I mean, we're just pointing out. Okay, this is now this is not where we're at. Yeah.
Mhm.
So convenient excuses to avoid excess stress and pressure. As we've seen from the previous slide, where a few of the payoffs and motivations for anxiety and worry are mentioned, we easily see how much of our stress and worry is simply a convenient mechanism to avoid anxiety and pressure. But yeah, I need to put convenient. We believe these are convenient, but as is obvious from the preceding list, not really, not at all. The price is obviously very, very heavy, even though we haven't realized it before now. I think we haven't fully realized it before now.
There you go.
Yeah, because they're doing the course because they've realized it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there we go. Beena, well, okay, go to the next one.
I was listening.
Self
Minutes in.
sabotage, huh?
Just a minute, in.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
these are convenient, but as obvious.
One second, let me go back. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Why is it giving me feedback now? Oh, there we go. You see it, Beena? My mic is off. Why is it?
Hmm.
I don't know why I'm getting double feedback loop. My mic is off. Hmm. Wow. Unless it's unless it's on your side there somewhere.
Okay, this thing is at the end of first paragraph. And worry is simply a convenient mechanism to avoid excess anxiety and pressure. Just please make it more obvious for me. Where is Sue and everyone? What? I don't know. Sue, you are mute.
I'm here. Beena, I'm getting echo, and I don't know why.
Okay, okay.
Very strange. Let me leave on the phone. Okay. Still doing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can really hear it now.
Don't make any sense. Oh.
Take off your brows.
Take off my.
Take off your eyebrows.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's my mic somehow. It can't be. That's very strange. All right. If I mute over here, can you?
No, I can't hear you now.
Huh. That's very, very odd. Wow. It somehow hasn't switched it off, which means I'd have to end the recording and start again. I'd have to leave this meeting, which means I end the recording. And so it's okay. Well, let's have it in two parts. Not then.